Hi, everybody. How are you going? Happy Monday, Brooklyn here. And I wanted to talk about podcasting and some of the topics that people might want to talk about because, as you know, the doors are open to the podcasting course at the moment and getting a bunch of people writing to me and saying, hey, I would love to run a podcast, but I've got nothing to talk about, or I don't know what I would talk about. And I have to tell you, here's the thing. It's super easy. Don't overcomplicate it, okay? Really, there are so many different ways that you can have a podcast, and none of them is the right way, okay? It's just a matter of what's the right way for you. So here is a list of some of the different types of structures or formats that you might like to have for your podcast to help get some inspiration for you or some creative juices flowing. You never know. Okay, so of course, one of the things that you could do is you could have the type of podcast where you're interviewing people. And I did this last year, and it was something that I found really, really interesting, and I really liked it very much. And we got a lot of downloads because when you're interviewing people, you get to ask them all these really cool questions and get all of this really cool information, and it makes for a really interesting show for your listener to tune into. So also with interviewing, it can take some of the pressure off you because you tend to do more listening than talking yourself. So if you're somebody who's a little bit shy, maybe doing an interview type of podcast might feel better for you. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is a narrative type of podcast. So that's where it's just you're doing all of the talking, and you're not interviewing anybody. The second one is maybe do a podcast that's built around common questions and answers on your topic. And your topic could be your industry. So maybe if you're a psychologist, you might do common questions and answers around psychology. It might be about mental health care plans. How long is a session? How long does it take to resolve a condition like anxiety? What are the common symptoms? What are your thoughts on autism spectrum disorder? Things like that. Okay, so that's another type. That's a third type. A fourth type might be trending news in your field. Did I just say that? I did, sorry. Of course, one of the ones that's most downloaded is personal stories. So just jumping on and talking about, an experience, a memory, something that happened to you recently, something you would like to have happen for you. Giving people a glimpse into your life, giving people a glimpse into who you are when you're not at work with your work face and your work hat and your work clothes on, can be really, really entertaining and helps your listeners build an even deeper connection with you. So that's another one. Plus, with that one, you know what you're talking about. They're your memories, they're your experiences. So you don't really need the same type of preparation as you would if you were going to be interviewing somebody on your show. Yep. So that's another one. Another type is myth busting. So maybe the format of your podcast is around breaking down common misperceptions about something. Yeah, myth busting. And they're really interesting to listen to. Lots of people like those as well. So they're just some ideas around the type of podcast you might want to have. The way I do mine, as you probably know, is mine's a combination. So you can be like me too if you like, and you can draw from different bits and pieces as suits you in the moment or on the day as well. So just to recap, you absolutely talk about your passions. You could try a Q&A, so invite people to post questions that they'd like you to answer on their podcast, ask them to post topics that they'd like you to discuss. You can do that. You can have an interview style. You can talk about trending news in your field or in your passion or in your hobby. Share your personal stories or personal journeys to an extent that you feel comfortable disclosing and being transparent. You could do a day in the life. You could myth bust, or you could use a combination. So look, that's 9 different approaches there. One of them has to suit you. Come on. Anyway, if you've got any questions about podcasting or about the podcasting course, let me know. The doors are open at the moment, and they close at this rate. So to get the founding members rate, you need to have enrolled before the 13th of November. After the 13th or the 14th of November, the price doubles. So, okay. Have a beautiful Monday, everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.